Climate change represents an existential threat for the Pacific people and indeed the very existence of many small and low-lying atoll nations. While climate change does not cause violent conflicts in and of itself, it can negatively impact peace and human security through its interaction with other social, political, and economic factors. This interaction is climate security.
Punjaraw, Ajiru. Adun kain tanah nangai. Tipu kari kangai mon koyo, ada boyu. Puwa tengah di bimene meu. Ye ti ne betino. Sino ari ka kanea. Pari ipunti ne. Kuru wachi ni ngeri dia tata. Ayah ki poro main no pa. Ki poro main meter undi pipi. Di gua evidin. Merek. Oh, jadi mai ya. Oh wow di. Try women dari tuan no. Iminen ded. Anin ne na dari. Siapa di ne benta wo bari yabus. No. Tu wana tibita. Umanu pa. Tibiu. Yun. Anya run no ragna ameti ki. Aro ko na ba yu. Imeti. Kangaya ko din imeti. Ay sigaro. Hari minggu tinawari. Abi ni bakang kanya andi kira na yo. Ya pun bakang na bena ko ito.
Diminishing fresh water supplies from saltwater intrusion and droughts is affecting key food crops and therefore food security. As a result, there is an increasing dependency on low nutritional imports as an alternative. In a region with some of the highest non-communicable disease rates in the world and where 1 in 3 children suffer from stunting as a result of malnutrition.
Pangan naraputa kinakawayo kanga puputo yon dira kanga kawakinan no kabuna kon kunaya tan nakaw narunjo na using mi kanga siya kanay katara yon taman turuta kinakun nara rakarikita ki men pakapakan tinan ko kuna mayro ya tan nakaw idikidikida medira bibita kini kanwan pong narun di kanga usin nao me pura ko kare-karin tiyang.
My name is Tautara. This place is not my home. I have to leave from my previous home and start a new home here. The king tide wave wiped away my house, my crops and everything. After the disaster, we can't get fish for food. We have to collect the crabs in order to feed our family.
Anon tayo kana ko sa sukusi nga ira nakiamanan na raw so aron kanyo niya ura sorobin odo si kasinya sa kariking kanya ki itamen metira sakukan na nabe.
To address those challenges, the UN Climate Security in the Pacific project is taking decisive risk management actions to build resilience and secure a sustainable future. The initiative is funded by the UN Secretary-General Peacebuilding Fund and jointly implemented by the UN Development Programme and the International Organization for Migration in partnership with the governments of Kiribati, Tuvalu and the Marshall Islands, which are also working in synergy with regional actors. In Kiribati, the project conducted inclusive consultations with the Office of the President and the Kiribati Network Expert Group for Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management. A group comprised of all the departments of the government and non-government organizations, including representatives from disability, women, youth, health, and local leaders groups.
The Peacebuilding Fund Climate Security Project will be implemented in Kiribati towards addressing our food security issues, especially for 2 of the main islands which have been confirmed as pilots for this project. The islands are Tamana and Marakei. In the context also of climate security, or more so peace and conflict resolution, we anticipate that through the Climate Security Project, if these issues are addressed beforehand, then it will resolve the conflict and maybe issues associated with conflict over resources in the near future or in the forecasted kind of events that will lead up the impacts that are being noticed on the island.
Meeting with local governments and communities on outer islands is essential to build trust and ensure the ownership of the project to local people, allowing them to understand the purpose and expected outputs of the project. The outreach mission in Tamana Island assists local communities in having the knowledge and skills required to engage in an effective and informed dialogue on climate security. Through this inclusive participatory process that involves all stakeholders, the project is designing and implementing effective resilience building initiatives at community level, ensuring an inclusive approach to building resilience.
When the project was being designed, there was a lot of discussion and a lot of thought-through process about what climate security meant or how was climate security defined in the context of Kiribati. About the project in terms of addressing these issues beforehand, and especially given the technical processes that this project has gone through. The islands which have been selected through this project are encompassing around these criteria of location, population, the impact of the project, and also considering, I guess, more importantly, the vulnerabilities of these islands in the face of climate change for food security.